pork chops and gravy. That's what we're doing this time here on Teegarden's In the Kitchen. So buckle up, folks, and let's try something different. Meat. We've been doing all the breads and sweets and cakes and stuff. Well, you got to eat something good once in a while. You got to have a meat. Well, I do. So anyways, I found this great recipe for pork chops and gravy. Calls for mushrooms, but not crazy about mushrooms and something like that. So we're just going to do pork chops, gravy, and onions. So before we get started, please, would you check and see if you subscribe? Got a lot of viewers. Need more subscribers. More viewers too would help. So if you don't mind, just please check and see. If not, please do that. If you don't like me later, as I say many times, take me off. It's that simple. And please don't forget to like, comment, share, turn on your notifications so you'll know when my next video comes out. And please follow. Hit that thumbs up. Let the algorithm know that you like our videos. And please share and share everywhere to help push your content around. We're getting better, getting more, but we need to get on up there. So please help me out. I'd sure appreciate that. So, as I say before, without further ado, let's get going. Okay, folks, now I have already tenderized these. I left a short to tell you how I like to tenderize them. So go over and check that out. But I'm going to rinse that off of there first. These are Walmart pork chops, so don't blame me if they don't look the very best. Not my fault there. I get what they got. Okay. Got that rinsed off. Okay. Now, I'm going to take paper towels and I'm going to pat these dry. And let me set up and I'll show you what we got from there. Okay, folks, in this bowl here, I have made a rub. Used to do this years ago with our pork and stuff, but you know, the rub, if you lived on a farm, rub hams to your fingers or to your hands are raw, you know what I'm talking about, but we don't have to go that far. Anyways, this is black pepper, paprika, garlic powder, and seasoning salt, and I've thrown some meat tenderizer in there. So that's good and mixed, it looks like. So what we're going to do is we're going to rub this into our pork chops. Is what we're going to do. We're going to rub it in there. Get a good rub in there. Get that in there real good. Let me turn my heat on over here. Got the good rub on there. Like so. Each one of them here. Nothing to this, just rub it in there. Just like rubbing a spot out of your shirt or whatever. Rub it in there. Like so. So I made the banana flip cake. Y'all try that? I wish you would if you haven't. It is so good. There is our banana cream cake. Banana flip cake. And no bananas needed, actually. I've done it just to add to the recipe. I can't leave recipes alone. That's got a little bit of, let me trim this one here a little bit. It's got a little bit of stuff hanging off of it we don't need. I'll fry that up and give it to the doggy. He'll like it. There we go. Now, finish rubbing here. Now, we're going to save it a little bit that's in there. And we're going to take and run these. Now, this is the first time a lot of these recipes, this is the first time I fix. So, you're fixing them with me. And that's what I like. Bring my friends in here and cook something good together. So, and that's what we're doing. Okay. Ain't much oil in there. So, and all we're going to do is brown these. That's all we're going to do. Because they have to be cooked twice. Not once, but twice. And this flour is all purpose. Cause for self-rising, I just put some baking soda, baking powder, and a little salt in there is all I done. Make your own self-rising flour. That one there's really brown, but it don't matter. Once we cook them, that'll cook out a lot of that. And then our flour, we'll go flour. We're gonna. They wanted me to take Spanish in school. I said, I don't even know English. You want me to take Spanish? Okay. All right. I was actually able to skip a grade in school, believe it or not. Back then you could. I went from 10th straight to the 12th. I skipped 11th. Like I say, back then you actually could. Back then, I think kids were quite a bit smarter. They were tougher on us and wasn't all this crazy stuff going on like they're trying to do today. So what we're going to do is we're going to brown these on both sides. Is all we're going to do. This is actually pretty simple. Actually more simple than it looks. I love spices. Do you all keep a lot of spices? Leave me a comment. Let me know. Do you keep a bunch of spices? I'm always picking up extra spices. Always. Of course, I'm always cooking something different. So, have to have them. It is what it is. I guess. I hate that word, is what it is. It sounds too much like a cop-out. It is what it is. Whatever. See, it's just fairly brown on both sides. That's all we want. We're just searing them in, searing them some. That's all we're doing. See, like that. If you can see them from there. That's all we're doing. And then we're going to move these back to a plate. All right. And then we're going to, this is so easy to put together. So easy. Don't take much. If you got some pork, if you got some pork chops and season up the cabinet that you like, do it with that. And I forgot that's, I don't know if I mentioned, my rub was ground pepper, meat tenderizer, which it didn't call for, but I used, even though I've already tenderized them, garlic powder, black pepper, paprika, garlic powder, meat tenderizer, and seasoning salt. That's all we have in it. Like I said, you don't have to have all that, so put in what you want. It's one thing about cooking. You can use what you want. That's a great thing about cooking at home. They actually look pretty good, actually. Yeah, that's brown. Okay, say just 2 or 3 minutes on each side is all we needed just to sear that flavor in there. Called for four chops, but I had 3 in the bag, but they're pretty good size. So, okay, now I got one little piece in there. It's just a little bitty piece. Now we're going to cook our onions in here and our grease. kind of like liver and onions, except we're doing pork chops and onions. So, and we're going to have some broccoli with this, some steamed broccoli, and some mashed potatoes. And we'll have our gravy already here. So, won't take these long. Get them scattered around in there. Cover that up so it'll get them onions tender. And that's the longest thing to it, folks, is the second cook. You know, we're going to cook the pork chops here till they're done. Take about half hour, 45 minutes, something like that. That's our gravy. Something you can throw together. Go do what you got to do. And check them periodically. Have whatever you want with them. Roast potatoes, mashed potatoes, whatever. But when you're having gravy, got to have a mashed potato with gravy. Get in there. Again, we'll release some flavors and stuff in there. That's getting pretty close. Don't want to burn them. That looks pretty good. Pretty good. Now, we're going to add our flour. This starts forming our gravy here. That'll start forming our gravy. A little bit of seasoning we had left in this bowl. Not much, but we'll get that in there. Okay, we're going to get this going here. Now, I'm going to need a couple of cups of water here. More water. About like so. Put that in there. That makes our gravy base. And all we got to do now is put our pork chops in here and let her cook. That's all there is to it. And we'll have pork. And like I said, if you want mushrooms with this, then you take your, when you, if you want mushrooms with this, when you brown your onions, put your onions in there with it and brown them together. I like mushrooms on pizza or something, but getting that flour to dissolve real good. This is our gravy. Yeah, there we go. And then we're going to set our pork chops back in here. Like so. And we're going to cover it. And like I said, we're going to let this cook for about half hour, 45 minutes, or something like that, till they're good and done and tender. That's it. Now they're boiling. We're going to reduce that heat. And we just want to simmer them cooked is all we want to do. Let me get them good and good and gravy on both sides here. And good and gravy. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see what kind of. Actually, I was going to say, see if it needs salt, pepper, or anything, but I really don't think so. Maybe a little pepper because I like pepper. I'm going to have to put a little more water in here and give it something to cook down in. Put some more water in there. It'll thicken. That'll thicken. Now, there we go. Now, we'll just cover it up and let it cook. You know, cooking is just common sense, folks. It's all there is to it. If you got common sense, you can cook. You know, if you're just first starting out, which we all did, old saying, practice makes perfect. That is truer and truer all the time. So once we get done, I'll show you what we got. Okay, folks, there we go. We are done. Look at that. Doesn't it look so good? And I bet it. Gravy tastes so good. Wow. So, there we are. I'll leave the recipe at the end. As you see, it's so easy to make. So, I have some homemade mashed potatoes, and I have some broccoli. And over here, if you guys want to know how to make this, let me know. This is an apple cake. It's an apple cake with brown sugar glaze or icing. And it tastes like a jam cake, actually. If you're interested in that, let me know. And I'll drop a video on it, or I'll make another one and show you how to make it. So anyways, folks, there's our pork chops, onions, and gravy. So we're going to get us a plate and eat some supper. There we go, folks. You don't get much healthier than that. Pork chops, onions, and gravy, some bread with gravy on it, mashed potatoes, gravy, and broccoli. Super healthy. Time to dig in. So, friends, there is our pork chops, onions, and gravy. And you can add mushrooms, what the recipe calls for, but like I said, I didn't add them. So simple, easy to make. First step, brown them, then put everything in, let it go for about 45 minutes or so to make your gravy and stuff, and you're good. I hope you like this video. I thank you guys so much for tuning in and checking it out, and I hope you watch this to the end. Please check out my other channel, Teegarden, today and yesterday, where we talk about and remember the 70s and 80s, what it was like growing up there. Don't forget to check it out. Subscribe, like, share, follow, comment, and please turn on your notifications so you'll know when my next video comes out. Thank you guys. To the next video. See ya.